What's up athletes, welcome back to this channel. In this video today we are going to talk about how to train volume. And it's such an important topic because most people understand that if they want to get from the tuck planche to the full planche, they have to work with intensity, they have to increase the weight, which means to increase the level week by week up until you're getting to the full planche. But when you're right now at the full planche, for example, and you want to increase the seconds, or you're currently at the front lever pull-ups and you want to get from 1 front lever pull-up to 5 front lever pull-ups, there is a different way to train it. And this is why today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about volume and how I was able to get from, let's say, 1 full planche press into 5 full planche presses, and to get from 1 front lever pull-up to 10 front lever pull-ups, okay? Because the weight stayed the exact same. I stayed at the full position, but I was able to increase the reps. So, the first thing that you need to understand is that you have to make a shift in your mindset when it comes to training volume. Because one of the most important things to train volume is to do as many sets as possible in the position itself. Because for example, if you want to get to the full planche, it doesn't matter how much straddle you will do because you want to get to the full planche. But when you already have the full planche and you want to get better at it, you just have to train the full planche. It's that simple. You just have to train the front lever pull-ups, okay? So the first thing that I will write here is going to be specificity to the lever. If you want to get better at the full planche, you have to train full planche. Straddle planche will not really help you to gain more volume in the full planche. Same with front lever pull-ups. If you can do 1 front lever pull-up in the full front lever, of course, and you want to get to 5, no matter what, work on half-lay front lever pull-ups will not really help you because you want to get your body used to regular front lever pull-ups, okay? So the first thing and the most important one is to be specific for the level. Specificity for the level is the most important. Now, I'm just saying to you that if you right now have just like a 3-second full planche hold, of course that sometimes straddle will also help you, but your main focus, your main set should still be on the full planche, and that's the most important thing. Now, the second thing is if you want to get better at a movement and you want to get, for example, to 5 reps, they will not be clean at the start. You can't just go from 1 perfect rep to 2 perfect reps to 3 perfect reps into 5 perfect reps. It just doesn't happen like that. And everyone that is telling you that he was just doing perfect reps either is lying to you or he progressed super slow. You need to understand that if you want to go and to increase the number of sets, increase the number of seconds, you have to go with bad form to some extent. Okay, so it doesn't really matter how you're going to do the bad form. Either way, I do think that the best way to do it is to be a little bit less parallel to the ground, okay? For example, in planche, you still have to make sure that your elbows are locked. You have to make sure that you're doing protraction, you have to make sure that you are depressed in your shoulders, but you can be a bit piked or a bit not parallel to the ground, and that will help you to gain more reps. So if you can do 1 perfect rep, you can probably do 2 bad forms, and then you clean up the form, and then you do 3 bad forms, and so on, up until you're getting to 5 full planche presses, for example. Now, when it comes to reps, it's also gonna be really good for you to decrease the range of motion, and decreasing the range of motion is going to help you to just get more reps. Of course they will be easier, but your body will get used to the level. Your body will get used to do 3 full planche presses, 5 front lever pull-ups, for example, and then you can clean up the form week by week. This is basically how every single one of us has been doing it. Everyone who already have full planche presses, everyone who already have front lever pull-ups, this is the exact thing that you need to understand. Working with bad form is crucial if you want to get faster progress. So, in bad form, you can be not parallel, you can be piked, and you can decrease range of motion. Okay, these are the three most important things when it comes to bad form, because if you are, for example, bending your arm or not doing the right scapula protraction in planche or neutral in front lever, you will just hurt yourself in the long term, because it will take you so much time to fix that bad form. But to fix being parallel or not being piked or doing full range of motion, it's all about strength. And this is what we want to achieve here. We just want to make sure that we're gaining more strength, and these are the best way to do it. So first of all, just remember as many sets as possible for the movement that you actually want to achieve, okay, with the exact lever. So if you want to achieve 10 seconds full planche hold and you are currently 3, you have to do more full planche holds. But you can do it with not as parallel to the ground. You can do it with decreasing range of motion when it comes to dynamic movement like the presses. And of course, you can be piked sometimes. This is everything that I've used to actually get into my 16 seconds full planche hold. It's all about bad form and correcting it up until you're getting to a certain point that you can do it in good form with the number of seconds that you want. So that's basically about specificity and about bad form. Now, the third most important thing is going to be about your programming, because you want to make sure that you are doing sets that are related to volume and not related to intensity. So I'm writing here programming, but basically there are a few things that you can do that are different from intensity that will help you to gain more volume. For example, if you're resting less between sets, you will be able to get more volume, because your body will get used to train under certain fatigue, let's say, and that's why you will be able over time to just decrease the number of seconds that you're resting and then increase the volume. And then once you actually rest enough, you will be able to put more reps or more seconds and so on. So the first thing that you can do is decrease rest time. Now the second thing that you can do is to work with rest pause, which means that if you actually want to get better at the front lever pull-ups and you can do only 3 on the first attempt, all you have to do is to rest for another 10 seconds and then do another front lever pull-up, and then rest for 10 seconds and do another front lever pull-up, and then you got to 5 reps, which means that all you right now have to do is to decrease the rest time, or to get to 4 or to get to 5. So rest pause is another great example of a programming way to increase your volume, because basically you will be able to do 5 front lever pull-ups, but instead of doing it in 2 separate sets, you will be able to do it in 1 long set with just little rest in between, about 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so rest pause can also help you to just get better in your volume. Okay, and everything that I'm talking about right now, it's specific both for the planche and for the front lever. All you have to do is to make sure that your program is in the right way, so you can actually get better at the movement that you want to achieve. If you want to get better at the front lever pull-ups, do more sets of front lever pull-up, don't be afraid of bad form, and make sure that your programming is on point so you can actually progress in them the fastest way. Now, that's when the hard thing comes, because most of the time, most people don't really know how to program their own workouts the right way. I've done so many videos about structure for the front lever, structure for the planche, but if you currently feel like your volume is stuck, you're just able to do 2 full planche presses for 3 months, or you're just able to do 4 front lever pull-ups for 3 months and you can't get more than that, that's where my one-on-one coaching comes into play. So if you're actually serious about taking your calisthenics journey to the next level and actually progress faster, you can go down to the link in the description, check out my Calendly, and from there we can book a call to see if you can fit into my one-on-one team. That's basically it. Hope you got something out of this video. Basically, I gave you so much knowledge about how to train for volume so you can actually progress faster. If you found it helpful, please make sure that you're subscribing and like this video, and comment down below what did you actually knew that is new about training for volume. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.